Street Fighter Alpha.
Hello and welcome to another Boroshin's Retrospectives. Today covering Street Fighter Alpha Warrior's Dreams for the Capcom Play System 2 arcade hardware, released in 1995 by Capcom. Now this game is not talked about much really. When people talk about Alpha, they talk about Alpha 2 or Alpha 3, really, because this game's often forgotten, and there's reasons. There's reasons for that, certainly. But today, this is the whole point of Boroshin's Retrospective, to take a retrospective look at old fighting games, so it's a great way of looking back at why maybe this game wasn't as popular as, say, the later iterations of Street Fighter Alpha. As first in the Alpha series, this game features quite a lot of new characters, to be honest. A lot of characters that are now really popular, but a lot of new characters. This first game Charlie's in, first game Rose is in, first playable version of Birdie. Admittedly, he's very different from the Street Fighter 1 incarnation. You've got two Final Fight characters in there with Guy and Sodom. A lot of new characters. You've got Adon playable for the first time. Got a lot of new characters in there, so there wasn't that many characters from Street Fighter 2 that were instantly in Alpha 1, which they sort of changed in Alpha 2 by bringing back like Dalsim and Zangief and a few of the traditional Street Fighter characters. So I can see from that perspective why maybe it might not be as popular. In terms of gameplay is quite interesting. Overall, the game's like speed and feel, it's a bit slow, to be honest. I've got turbo on here, and it's not exactly lightning fast. As obviously there's no dashing or anything like that. That wasn't introduced until Street Fighter 3 New Generation. You sort of standard sort of Street Fighter 2 footsie style. It's quite similar to Street Fighter 2, to be honest, at first glance. Once you go into the actual systems that the game provides, it's not. You've got chain combos, which is very odd. You have to do it from a very fast light attack, though, so to be honest, you actually have to sort of really rapid press the buttons to get a chain combo to come out. But I did do it earlier, and I'll do it later in the video as well. But yeah, you've got chain combos. You've got the first iteration of Alpha Counter, the original version of Alpha Counter. You've got recovery rolls. You've got quite a few weird, different mechanics for the time. Certainly, these mechanics were not featured, or you hadn't really seen them yet in fighting games. So they're interesting mechanics. Alpha Counter is pretty much the same as, I don't know about Startup and how much invincibility or whatever they have in this game in comparison, but they're pretty similar. But chain combos basically were reworked into custom combos, because they're not very. I don't think they're a very Street Fighter design. Like from a combo perspective, in the sense that you shouldn't really be able to just jump in and then button. Usually you would have to link rather than chain it. You've still got chainable lights in Street Fighter games, but you usually don't just go button, except from in custom combos in Alpha. Also, in Alpha 2, they slowed down a lot of the light attacks. A lot of the light attacks in this game are incredibly fast. They come out really quick. So they slowed down a lot of the light attacks when it came to Alpha 2, hence removing the chain combo system. The game also features the 3-bar gauge for the first time. You have multiple levels of supers, depending on whether or not you press 1 button, 2 buttons, or 3 buttons when you use a super. But yeah, it feels, the way I would describe the gameplay is it feels unfinished. This game was rushed, it's quite obvious. The game has a cast of 10 characters, which is low. That's less technically characters than Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition. Apart from the hidden characters, you've got M.Bison, who you can play if you do a code on random slot. You can also play Akuma, and you can also play the first version of Dan. First time Dan's ever been in a Street Fighter game. So even with the secret characters, that's 13. So that's less than Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. That's less than a lot of games, other fighting games around that time. You could tell it was rushed. I mean, some of the other aspects of the game, like the sound. Now, the actual themes themselves are fine. Like, some of the themes, they're the basis of what became their future themes, particularly like characters like Birdie, as you're hearing and seeing here, as well as Rose and other characters like that. Like, that's all there, but like some things like the block sound and the attack sound and a lot of the voice lines, they don't have, I don't know, it's not memorable. It feels very bland, to be honest. Also, I'm going to allow you to listen to this, which is the best death sound ever for Sodom. It sounds like a grandpa falling out of his chair. You'll hear it just now. To be honest, that's probably the most memorable voice line in the game in terms of enthusiasm. But yeah, that just took me by surprise, so I just thought I'd let you listen to that in all its glory. But yeah, the game feels a bit unfinished. Doesn't feel polished. Like some of the sprites are beautiful, right? They are the basis, but even Birdie's sprite's actually different. It doesn't look like when he's in the neutral place, his arms in like this really weird angle, and it doesn't look natural. So you've got some really, I don't know, it was rushed. The game was rushed. They had to recoup some costs here. Because obviously all of these sprites and everything cost a lot of money to make. Cost a lot of money even back then to make all this stuff, so they had to recoup some costs. And you can see, come 96, Street Fighter Alpha 2, Alpha 2's so much better. It has more characters, it looks more polished, it just is a better game. However, the game's fun. The game is quite enjoyable to play. But I can certainly see why it's not talked about. However, from a mechanical basis, in the terms of what mechanics it brought to the table, like recovery rolls, alpha counters, chain combos, to be honest, like chain combos weren't in a lot of games back then, and now you've got tons of games that use them, like Guilty Gear and other anime fighters, Marvel. Like, if you think about it, X-Men Children of the Atom come out and had chain combos in it 1 year before, so obviously you could see maybe certain devs from Capcom, within Capcom at the time, they were all, basically, I mean, back then, developers were pretty much free to do whatever they wanted. They just made the games to try to sell it to people, so they would be creative and see what they could come up with. So, I can see where they were going with it. However, if you were going to play a game like one of the Alpha games, I'd recommend Alpha 2 personally. I think Alpha 2 is the best Alpha game. Alpha 3, while it has more characters and stuff, is broken completely. But if you like broken games, go play Alpha 3. Anyway, that's going to be my Boroshin's retrospectives on Street Fighter Alpha Warriors Dreams. Thanks for watching.